right? So stop doing the hard work. It's time for smart work. And I think
Right.
Canva does it all for us, right?
Right.
Hello, and welcome back to the LXD Guild podcast, your go to resource for the latest in learning experience design. Whether you are a seasoned L&D pro or just starting out, we've got great insights, strategies, and expert interviews to inspire and guide you. Join us to explore trends, tools, and practical tips for creating impactful learning experiences. Because at LXD Guild, learning never stops. For this month's podcast, we are very excited to introduce a seasoned instructional designer from Australia. An instructional designer based in Melbourne, she started her professional journey as an editor with EBSCO Publishing around 15 years in India. Since then, she had the privilege of working with very reputed organizations in various capacities. So in 2018, she moved to Australia and she started working independently as an ID. And we are really happy to welcome Romana Parveen to take us further as she comes to bring how Canva has really changed how she does her work in instructional design. Hello, Romana. Welcome to our podcast.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's podcast, and thank you, Sandeep, for introducing me. Before we delve into the design world of Canva, let me just talk about myself in brief. As Sandeep already told you, I started my professional journey some 15 years back in India, and since then, I have worked in different capacities with a lot of organizations. But it was when I moved to Australia in 2018 that I actually decided to work as an independent instructional designer. And since then, I have been exploring a lot of tools and technologies that could help me in my work and improve my productivity. And that's when I actually landed upon Canva, and Canva has been my true companion since then. Because actually, Canva is one such tool in which you can use to create all sorts of design and presentations, like we all know. And especially when you're working as an independent instructional designer, you have the privilege to customize the designs as per your own requirements, your own imagination and creativity, which I was not possible to do when I was working with, different organizations. So let's talk about some really fantastic features of Canva that were actually introduced in Canva Create that was recently held in LA last week, I think, and you must have heard about it or read about it. So let's dive into the design world of Canva.
Yes. So yeah. So thank you very much for definitely giving insights on how Canva is revolutionizing the graphic world. So what I see, right? So get to hear a lot of Canva, and also I really work. In fact, I do a lot of Canva. I can say, right? So what I see here is like it's a graphic design platform that provides tools for creating social media graphics, presentations, promotional merchandise, and websites. Yeah, and what is that some similarity or which I see is it is launched in Australia. So is
Yeah,
that the reason why
actually.
you prefer Canva?
Yeah. Actually, it was launched in Perth, I think in 2013 or something. But then I actually
Yes.
got to know about it when I did my, course in instructional designing from Idol Academy. And
Okay.
they really promoted it. The best part about Canva is that it's very affordable. So it's very
Yes.
easy on your pocket as compared to so many other tools. So that's what attracted me to Canva, at once. And then since then, I've been exploring.
Very often usage of the term, right? So stop doing
Yeah.
the hard work. It's time for smart work. And I think
Right,
Canva does it all for us, right?
right,
So maybe,
right.
yeah. So let us explore the features which you were mentioning, and maybe the best features which you feel that yeah really are remarkable on Canva.
Right, right.
So how would the branding solution work in Canva?
Okay. So, I think I have already shared a tutorial earlier, and we can create a brand kit in Canva. The only thing is that you need to have a pro version, but then you can always buy that because it's very easy to buy. And then you can create a brand kit and you can have your own colors. Once you have your brand kit with you, you can create any design using those colors. So that way you
Mhm.
don't really have to customize your design every time, change the color, look for a hex code or a particular shade or something. You can just use your brand kit and create poster, flyer, job aid, presentation, anything you can create using that brand kit. So it saves
Okay.
time, actually, a lot of time. Yeah,
Yes, yes. So that is really good because and it's very much required for if in case you're working with any client, definitely they have their logo, they have their
exactly,
entire iconography, right? And a lot of
exactly.
templates around it. So I think yeah,
Right.
that's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, the next feature which I would like, or I think definitely all the listeners would love, is how about AI in Canva?
AI, yeah, because I recently explored Magic Studio in Canva, which is actually AI powered features. And that Magic Studio is one thing which I am really in love with it, so to say, because it's like you can do so many things with your design. One of the best feature is Magic Grab. You can actually take an image, grab an object out of that image, either delete it completely, place it somewhere else, resize it, or you can, just move it to some other image. In fact, you can do that also. Then they have this magic edit in which you can actually add an object to your image. For instance, if you have a image of a living room and you want to enhance it by putting a painting or something on your wall, so you can actually magic edit and then insert an image of a painting or anything. In fact, even your own family image, you can upload your family picture and you can use that picture in your image using the
Mhm.
magic edit feature. So there are so many things which you can do with Magic Studio, which is AI powered feature of Canva. Yeah,
Oh, that's really great, Romana. So then I think yeah,
yeah,
so the magic of grab as you were mentioning, I think I need to try that on. I haven't,
yeah.
but
That's
yeah,
that's really fantastic. You can actually put a
okay,
sports cap on an animal or something like
oh,
that. It's so
really?
amazing that I've been trying it for the last few days. Doing
Okay, so
different
then
things with
I'll
it.
be
Yeah,
looking forward to create some creatives for our
sure.
upcoming posts or something, right? So I know
Right.
I've been using the background remover because that is
Hmm.
something very much
Very
prompt
basic. Yeah,
on the screen where I
right.
can pick and I can just try to do, but maybe I don't know where is this magic grab hiding, so I need to
It's
pull
it's in the
that
Magic Studio. Yeah, if you go to
out.
Magic
Okay.
Studio, you can
Okay.
try all those features. Yeah,
Great, great. So yeah, when we are talking about this AI magic, okay, so the Canva magic. So I had one definitely. So this is something to think about, right? So if in case you as an instructional designer, okay, and without much exposure or experience on Photoshop, might be right, or an illustrator, which were go-to tools to design something, but now with the advancement of AI, right? So we have not just Canva, but we have multiple tools. You speak about Midjourney, you talk about DALI. So it is, of course, depending upon the prompt, and then you can get the output, right? So whereas Canva has a little more advanced, it is more like already you can pick something and then you can go ahead and edit it, right? So how much do you think, okay, is saving your time to create a particular graphic or a video or a presentation,
hmm,
okay, versus your dependency earlier days, like where you have to go to a graphic designer to get the job
yeah. Honest, when I used to need images earlier, I actually, used to depend on graphic designers. I have no experience in Photoshop, to be very honest. So I never actually created images. When I was working with NIIT, we had a whole team of graphic designers, editors, instructional designers. So it was like a teamwork. We were just creating the content for instructional designing, like the WBT and CBTs. The graphic designers were providing us images based on our imaginations or visualization, so that way we were working. But with Canva, you don't have to be dependent on anyone. You can just do anything you want. You can create an image as per your needs. So that saves the time. And as far as the AI tools, like you mentioned, Midjourney and all those, the problem is that if you create an image with Midjourney or any other AI tool, even with Bing, it doesn't take the text as such. For example, if I say that I want to create an image with a background which says, coffee time or something like that, anything. So the text never comes there. The text is like something which it is not able to generate. It can give you a very beautiful image, but with Canva, of course, you can do anything. So
Okay.
that's why AI tools are not really very good in creating images if you are using it in a professional, content. Uh,
See, that's really good. Yeah. So you had that dependency earlier, which is no more, right? So
yeah.
in that perspective, so what would you say, or what would you think about the evolution of graphic designer as a profession?
Graphic designers now actually they have a lot more capabilities. They have so many tools and they are actually well versed in it. As an instructional designer, you don't really have the time to sit and create an image with a Photoshop or Illustrator or anything, but you can
Mhm.
definitely do it with Canva because it's so easy to
Yes.
use. So that is where the difference comes. So
Yes.
graphic designer is a separate job altogether, but as an
Yes.
instructional designer you can't be dependent on them every time. Yeah.
Yes, so I think yeah, that is what which just I got to attend a recent event in
Yeah.
Hyderabad, and yeah, so that is where the discussion was coming. Okay, where earlier we had what is that? Can develop a front end developer, but now it is only full stack, right?
Right.
In a similar way, what do you think about having instructional designer who does only storyboarding or a TNA, right, or a training and the training needs analysis,
Yeah.
and they just go ahead and gather the content, put something on the storyboard, and then their job is done?
Hmm.
Or is it more evolving towards, okay, so you pick that storyboard and go to that next step where you start
Hmm.
developing the content? So
Right.
what is your
Right.
perspective on our instructional design, what do you say, the roles and
Mhm.
responsibilities also evolving towards that 360 degrees, right, where you deliver or contribute as a holistic, what do you say, profile or a
Yeah.
professional?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
do you
you're
think
right.
with that?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, as of now, like what I've seen in Australia, every company is looking for someone who has all the capabilities. They're
Mm.
not looking for somebody who can just create a storyboard and do the editing or something like that. They want somebody who has e-learning development skills, graphic
Yes.
skills, all the skills. They because
Mm.
they are not ready to invest on multiple people, obviously.
Yes.
So they are looking for somebody who can do a lot of work in a salary of one person actually. But then
Yes.
yeah, I think that's a trend everywhere, and that's why a lot of instructional designers are now evolving in terms of their capabilities. They need to learn. They can't just survive with the storyboarding or the instructional design skills as such. They need to learn all these tools, even LMS administration to some extent. That is what is also expected out of IDs
You're
actually here
right.
in Australia. Yeah.
So it's the same, I should say,
Yeah.
even here in India, which is
Right.
again a major development hub, right?
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
so just taking a quick break here to again just introduce or maybe yeah, inform you, the listeners, about we LXD Guild offer certification course in learning experience design, and there you definitely get to explore the instructional design tools, okay, which also includes certain animation tools. And yeah, please go ahead and watch out on our website. You can go ahead and register because we are starting our next cohort in the third week of June. Thank you. So yeah, back to you, Romana. So great.
Right.
So thank you very much for talking about the major features, right? As you were talking about,
Mhm.
and I was like reading something about work kits. So could you
Yeah.
please elaborate what are they?
Yeah. So, like in Canva Create event, they just introduce work kits. So, work kit is like kind of hub for a particular kind of role. As of now, they have introduced four types of work kits for sales, marketing, HR, and creative teams. So, for example, if you're a salesperson, you can have all your templates in one particular kit, and you can use those templates to create a sales pitch or a product presentation or a proposal or anything. So, you don't really have to work hard and figure out how to create a sales pitch. The template is already there. Just dump in your content and you are ready to go. So, coming up with these work kits, which are like very customized for a particular kind of role.
That's very thoughtful, and I think
Yeah,
simplifying a lot of tasks. Otherwise, I know
right.
the content management itself is, or the folder management itself is a very
Exactly.
huge task, right?
Exactly.
I think, yeah,
Exactly.
so that is more like towards asset management. Can we call it
Yeah.
that way? Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that is
Exactly.
really great. So,
Yeah.
okay, I just had a question about, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if we are working as a team, there's always this feature of collaboration,
Yeah.
right? So be it a Microsoft Word or
Mm-hmm.
anything of Microsoft, or even, for
Yeah.
example, I think now even Storyline uh, got to be collaborative, and I think, yeah, there
Yeah.
are changes, even something like an animation tool Beyond, which is very widely used, right? So there's a
Right.
collaboration which is happening. So how is that feature in Canva?
Okay. Yeah, Canva had this feature since long. It's not something that they have introduced it now. So you can
Mm-hmm.
collaborate in the sense that, for example, if I'm working on a design and I want my team's feedback on it, or I want my SME's feedback on it, I can just share it then and there, and the
Mm-hmm.
person can edit it online. It's like working on
Okay.
in a cloud. So it
Okay.
saves time. Then it also saves the problem of having, too many versions, because
Oh,
otherwise I'm sending a template, and then I am taking feedback, I'm again incorporating. It's like creating too many versions of the same thing
yes.
again and again. But if you're collaborating online, you can just do it then and there. Everybody can
Mm-hmm.
comment, edit, change any element or color or anything. So that is how collaboration is working in Canva.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
really wonderful to hear that. Yeah, so that really works and it is making
Yeah.
the task easy and we can work as a
Right.
team, right? How's the integration and how is the dependency on getting certain assets? Because if you want to create a graphic, so
Mm-hmm.
definitely, as I was mentioning, smart work, right? So rather
Yeah.
than creating from the scratch, so if we can pick certain existing assets to create the creative or the end output, so in that manner, how would Canva assist with the existing integrations?
Yeah. So actually, Canva has the capability to integrate with a lot of applications.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I have not really explored the integration part as such. But as far as I could look into it, you can like, for example, if I want to post something on LinkedIn, so I can
Mm-hmm.
just create a design or anything in Canva, and right from there I can share it, post it on LinkedIn, rather than downloading it, saving it, and then again reposting it on LinkedIn.
Oh,
Similarly, you can actually create some design in Canva and integrate it with PowerPoint, and download it as a PowerPoint file rather than as a Canva file, or
oh,
as an image or something. Yeah. So, but honestly, this is one feature which I'm still exploring, integration with
okay.
different apps.
So I think,
But
yeah,
yeah,
we can get into a different session to talk much more about
right,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Because actually, there are a lot many applications with which Canva is now integrated. Some of those
Oh,
are very
that's
technical, like GitHub, Slack, and all those, which
oh,
the technical people are using. So
that would be
yeah,
great. Yeah, maybe yeah, we
yeah,
can jump onto another
yeah.
one for getting that.
Yeah, it actually requires a
So
separate session altogether. It's such a
okay,
vast,
we can plan one.
topic.
We can
Yeah,
plan
it's
maybe
a
more
vast
like a
topic.
workshop. Yes.
Right, right, right,
Thank you,
right.
Romana.
Yeah,
So, yeah, so now that we have discussed the features, okay, and how Canva has also revolutionized the
yeah.
design part, okay, made it easy for anybody with a little bit of experience or hands-on to create, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if in case I would like to get certified or I would like to learn about it and I would like to go ahead and represent Canva, so,
Mm-hmm.
what are the options, or do we have any?
Yeah. It's not a certification kind of thing, but they do have this design school in which
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of tutorials. So if you want to learn about
Mm-hmm.
some particular feature, you can just go to their design school and
Mm-hmm.
check the tutorials and practice it. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, I learned about how to create a responsive website watching one of
Mm-hmm.
those tutorials.
Okay.
So yeah, you can learn that ways. And of course on YouTube also you have so many tutorials, and articles are also there on internet. So there is no dearth of resources to learn, but it's not a certification kind of tool or program. Yeah.
But enough on Canva. Yeah.
Can I just add one feature here? Like for educationists, Canva is actually providing an opportunity to create assets and monetize it. That's
Yes.
the feature only for the education sphere as of now. I mean, for the teachers and people who are in the education industry. So as of
Oh.
now, they are giving this feature only to those that they can actually sell those assets and they can monetize it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
That's
again
really good.
a big feature
Yeah.
for
So
teachers.
so
Yeah.
to so to all the teachers out listening to us, so then definitely, yeah, you
Yeah,
can
right.
make use of
I
this
wish I
feature.
could be a teacher. Yeah, I could actually monetize it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's really great. And
right.
yeah, so that's about Canva, really awesome tool. Yeah, the real magic tool, I can say, from whatever discussion which we are having. So now,
Right.
okay, so if in case, okay, definitely everybody has their own choices, right? So I don't like Canva, or I would like to explore something more than Canva.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest?
Yeah, Adobe has an answer to that.
Hmm.
They have this Adobe Express, which is basically they actually created it in response to Canva,
Hmm.
and unfortunately, it never became so popular because as we all know, Adobe products usually have a very steeper learning curve. So
Yes.
people are not very comfortable using those Adobe products.
So
But in terms of price, Adobe Express is actually cheaper. I mean,
okay.
it's just in Australia, it's just 14 AUD per month. But
Oh,
and they do offer a lot of features, but I think it's still not as many as Canva. But
okay.
for somebody who has I mean a kind of what to say, uh, some kind of attraction towards Adobe, or if they are
Yes.
really into Adobe kind of products, then they can actually try Adobe Express.
Yeah.
But the ease of use is not
Okay.
as good as compared to Canva. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so maybe that is more for the technologists, yeah, who always
maybe.
been with Adobe, like the suite, right? The Photoshop, Illustrator,
Right,
yeah, you name them, and there are many. And I think they are also
right.
increasing their, what do you say, the suite offerings, a lot of it. So I think, yeah, that's always, yeah, that's a standard which they set always. And I think, yeah,
Right,
maybe, yeah, we can also explore Adobe on another session, right?
right,
So
right,
that
right,
would be great. Yeah.
right.
So that's really great. And yeah, I think we had Canva, which really makes that easy to use. And whereas, as we are talking about Adobe Express also as an option, yeah, maybe which we can
Hmm.
go ahead and try
Yeah,
further, right? So I think, yeah, these
right.
are really good learnings. And yeah, as we are almost wrapping up, Romana, so
Yeah,
thank you very much and for all these insights. So I just wanted to again back to listeners. So you would have been observing LXD verse, and you would have been seeing many promotions and a lot of what do you say uh, posts happening on our social media. So LXD verse is our newest platform, which offers you multiple features such as the LXD Academy, where you get to take our certifications, which are industry certified, so, the learning experience bootcamp, and also you can go ahead and also take our capstone program. And apart from that, yeah, we have wonderful features like mentor guild, where you can connect with a mentor of your choice and you can register with us as a mentee. And also we also offer freelancer hub, where you can register with us as a freelancer. Also we have a job marketplace where we are creating opportunities and also connecting that to the companies who are hiring or looking out for professionals. So these are very few which I can say. And also we offer membership, so you can go ahead and register, where you can get discounts for various events. Also very many other offerings which we give as part of LXT Guild. So thank you very much, and yeah, we would like
Before
you to
yeah.
explore it. Yes,
Yeah,
Romana.
before we end, I would also like to add that LXT Guild is actually doing a wonderful job. As far as I have seen in India, there is no other community which is doing so much in terms of instructional designing and e-learning. And I've been watching their webinars and podcasts. They really have very good content to share with you all, and their podcasts are very informative and insightful. So I am glad that I am a part of LXT Guild now, and I hope we'll have many more podcasts in future. So thank you for having me, and I hope I've been able to add some value to our listeners. Thank you.
Yes, sure, Romana, and it was really great value. Yes, which you have brought here. So just I had like before winding up. So because you have been on our podcast. So if in case you wish, right, so something should be coming on our podcast for next month, what would be the topic that you'd look for?
I think we should talk more about, the kind of capabilities that an instructional designer is required to have nowadays, because the competition is very fierce. There are so many instructional designers and e-learning developers coming out from different organizations and different schools. So what is it that can differentiate you, and make you stand out in your profession, which is very important? What kind of skills are required, what kind of knowledge background is required, and also most important, which I personally feel, is the professional attitude. And honestly, a lot of people are lacking in that, and people are not really understanding what kind of behavior skills are required, especially patience. So many things we can talk about it. We can talk about
Yes.
it.
So thank you for that, Romana. And just one
Yeah,
liner, if in
yeah,
case, yeah, so you want to say something to this existing or the upcoming instructional designers or the professionals in e-learning,
yeah.
what is that one thing which you would like to say with all your experience?
Yeah, first, I mean, the most important thing that I feel is being open to feedback. I am very open to feedback, even after 15 plus years of experience. If today somebody tells me that my work is not good, or, I need to really improve, I never take it as a negative thing. I never show any kind of ego issues, because we all are learning. Every day we are learning, we are evolving. So it's always very good to take feedback. So be
Yes.
open to feedback, especially in your field. It's very common. SMEs are sometimes very rude. They can just, ask you to completely change your, the storyboard or something. So let's be open to feedback. That's how we can
Yes.
be better in our work. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you very much, Romana, for
Yeah.
that
Most
great
welcome.
yeah, advice to our instructional designers. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, and
Thank you.
it was great having you on our podcast, Romana. And thank you very much for everything you
Thank,
have shared today. So thank you once again to
thank
all the
you.
listeners as part of LXD Guild. Yes, so keep watching our upcoming podcast and especially this release. And yeah, we come
Yeah.
again to you with such podcasts, bringing the leaders in this field so that you can go ahead and get a greater insights. And again, I just would like to repeat, with LXD Guild, the learning never stops. Thank you.
True. True. Thank you. Thank you once again,
Thank you, Rama.
Sandeep. Thank you, all the listeners, for listening to us. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you.